I find out something's happened to that boy, I'm gonna whip whoever's ass had something to do with it.
Call me, sir. I'm your friend.
Joe's your daddy. I'm the one taking care of you.
Folks looking for trouble tend to find more than they're after.
If anything happens to me, you get out of the way, you hear?
I've been looking for you and that kid.
What have you done, Joe?
So with this script, I know you read it and you thought, I have to be in this, and you sent David Gordon an email. So that's pretty bold. What did it say in the email?
David, I introduced myself, and I said I'm a friend of one of your friends, Jeff Nichols. I just did his film. I don't know if you're familiar with my work, but I'm really interested in this script. I grew up in the South, and I was just telling him how I was out in the woods one day, and I was thinking of the character, and how I felt really attacked. And he responded back. It was a good response. And he was like, yeah, I'd love to audition you. Let's meet up. And so I met David, I auditioned, and then I read with Nick, and from there, like, things just started to move, and we shot this film in 6 weeks in Austin, Texas, and we had a blast.
6 weeks. Awesome. I love Austin. Well, you said before that you've never really idolized actors, that they don't make you nervous because they're just sort of people, and yet
it's not that I don't idolize them, I do. Mm-hmm. I have, so much respect for them, but it's something that's never bothered my confidence.
Right, you're not intimidated. Right. So what was that first chemistry read like with Nick?
It was good. Nick was super cool. He was, super comforting, and I came in, we read an hotel room at Four Seasons in Austin, and we talked a little bit. I think we started talking about music that we like. He likes a lot of classic rock. I told him I liked a lot of classic rock.
Led Zeppelin also.
Yeah. So we talked about that, and we just, we got along immediately, and he's a super funny guy, which you probably can tell.
Yeah, he's a baller.
Yeah, he's so cool.
So some of the scenes, you really go to dark places. How old are you? 16? 17. Specifically, there's a scene at the end of the film when you finally, approach Joe and you're ready to kill your father, who's been abusive to you. So how do you emotionally prepare for those scenes?
And if you don't have anything to pull from your experience, you just have to put yourself in that character's mindset and think, like, what would you be feeling if your dad was taking your sister to basically sell her?
Yeah.
And just that sort of world you have to live in really gets me to where I need to be.
And was that something that you sort of, once you read the script, you saw as a challenge, given that you do come from, as you said, parents that are really supportive? Was that something you were interested in tackling a kid?
Yeah, absolutely, because it was so different. The character was so different than myself, but also, like,
you're not homeless.
Right, but also we shared similarities. We were both from the South. Both grew up, in the outdoors. So that was something that I knew I could familiarize my character with, physically. And then, mentally, it was a real challenge because I came from, such a strong home, and he comes from such a broken home. So it was fun to differentiate myself from the character there.
Now, I think the story is ultimately sort of about watching your character Gary learn and grow. What are moments that you felt like on the set that you grew as Tye?
I think you learn so much on every set and every shoot, and you don't really realize it until it's gone, which the day after you wrap, it's like, man, I had so much fun, and that was such a great experience, and that's exactly how I was feeling when I wrapped this movie. I remember the last night we were shooting at the end of the movie, and it was symbolic, like in the story, it was our last moment together, Nick and my last moment together, and then our character's last moment together.
Yeah.
So it was relevant to what we were actually experiencing in real life. So that sort of helped us get into the right place.
It's sort of brilliant of David to shoot that
of course.
in the last
And he's
day.
great, like I mentioned, he's like great at sensing like when his characters are feeling bogged down and they need to improvise and just like release, something that they have.
It's like the scene you guys drive around trying to find Joe's dog. That was so much fun. Did you guys just he let you play?
Yeah, he let us play, and there's a lot of ideas that Nick brought to the table, like, some of the lighter stuff and googly eyes. really
face.
funny.
What was the face? The pain face. You have
Oh,
to
the
do
cool
it.
face?
The cool face. Okay, so tell me about the cool face to entice people to see the movie.
Well, that was Nick's idea. He
Okay.
had actually come up with the idea several years back when he wrote the script that never got produced. So, he hung on to this idea for such a long time, and he was always trying to find a place to incorporate it into one of his movies.
Cool face.
The cool face and the anatomy of a cool face, and he never could, figure it out exactly where it should go. And in this case, he was like, I'm going to try the cool face. This is perfect. And it worked, and it ends up being one of the best.
It's hilarious. What is it? Pain, but then you shake.
Pain, face of pain, and you smile over it. Cool.
I love it. I love it. It's dying. So you've got so many exciting projects coming up. You've got The Forger, and then you also worked with Caitlin Dever, short-term film. I love. She's such a sweetheart. So tell me a little bit about what we can look forward to.
Yeah, well, the film we did together is just kind of floating right now. I'm not sure how. I think they're having some troubles in having rooms. It's not looking good, but
It'll pull through.
Yeah, I hope so. But on the bright side, I've got The Poulter and Dark Places, and I did this movie called Last Days in the Desert, with Rodrigo Garcia's directing, which I'm really excited about. I think it's a really talented director and one of the most talented filmmakers I've ever worked with. And yeah, I'm really excited. I've got this movie I'm doing this summer called Scouts vs. Zombies.
Scouts versus
Zombies.
Like Boy Scouts versus Zombies. I will be there. Those Girl Scouts at 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get it.
Thank you so much,
Yeah,
Mike. Congratulations.
All right, thanks.
Right on.